Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
2023 New Orleans Saints Fantasy Outlook today on SB Fantasy Football. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to SB Fantasy Football Podcast with your host, Alan. And today we are talking about the New Orleans Saints. We're breaking down a little bit of a fantasy outlook on them this year. What can you expect from them? What can we see from them? Let's get into it. And as always with these outlooks, we're going to start with the guy who's going to run the entire offense, QB1. And we're looking at Derek Carr for QB1. This is definitely an upgrade for the Saints over last year, which I think will help the team out overall. Derek Carr was your number 15 QB last year in only 15 games, 3,500 yards, 24 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Look for him to have a pretty solid year this year. He should have better numbers, right? Because he only played in 15 games last year before he was sent home. But I've got some positive outlook on Derek Carr. I think he's got a decent receiving squad over there. Nice running back to help him out. Good offensive line. It's definitely, I think it's definitely a better situation than you had with the Raiders. I'm just not a big fan of Josh McDaniel out there in Raiderland. But yeah, look for Derek Carr to have himself a pretty good season this year. He's not going to be. You're not taking him as your starter, right? But this is if you're one of those who drafts a backup, he'll be a nice backup bye week. Say you're streaming some quarterbacks, good option for a DFS, if you get the right matchup for sure. But yeah, I probably would expect him to finish somewhere like around 12, 13. So a little bit higher than he did last year for sure. Let's get into the running back situation. Running back wise, I mean, you got Alvin Kamara out there. He was your number 16 running back last year. He is suspended for the first 2 games. And then Jamal Williams, who was your number 12 running back last year, with the massive year with, he had 1,000 yards rushing, 17 rushing touchdowns. I don't think he's going to touch the 17 this year for sure. That was he careered, right? But definitely look for him to have a good year, especially with Kamara out the first 2 games. Do keep an eye on this running back situation, because I would expect for the Saints to sign somebody here in the next few weeks. You had Kendre Miller, the running back that they drafted. He's got a knee sprain. They've already had Kareem Hunt in the visit. It'd be interesting to see what would happen if they do sign Kareem Hunt, what the split's going to look like. Because then you've got 3 pretty good running backs there in Kamara, Williams, and Hunt. So definitely keep your eyes on this situation. I don't know that I'd want one of these guys is going to be like your RB2, right? Maybe a flex type situation. But if you're drafting one of these 2 guys as your RB1, it's going to be a little. I'm not going to say it's going to be rough, right? Because they were both solid. In most leagues, you're playing two running backs, so hopefully you got someone in that higher end before you draft one of these 2 guys. Wide receiver wise, Chris Olave, number 24 wide receiver last year, 72 catches, 1,042 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I expect nothing but good things for him this year. I expect those numbers to go up. He started off a little slow last year, then picked it up towards the end of the year. with Derek Carr there, you're definitely got an upgrade on the quarterback position versus whoever it was they're running out of there week by week, right? It was kind of different depending on the week. You had Andy Dalton out there, you had Jameis out there. Just I definitely like Carr better than I do those guys, and looking for Olave to have a better year this year. Look for him to finish somewhere close to the top 15, I think. Michael Thomas, who knows, right? I'm not going to spend any good draft capital on him. I do have a keeper league where he's worth 1 point, so I'm going to go ahead and hold on to him because it's 1 point, right? The risk reward there is very low. But for the most part, I'm not really excited about Michael Thomas. He's burned me in years past. He hasn't wanted to play football here over the last several years, so I'm just kind of shocked he's still in the league. So, then the tight end position. The tight end position is a very interesting position for the Saints because you've got two guys there that I like. I like Juwan Johnson, 42 catches, 508 yards, and 7 touchdowns last year. But I also love Taysom Hill, who was your number 6 tight end last year. But it's not because of his tight end play. It's because of his everything play. He had 240 yards passing last year with 2 touchdowns, 575 rushing yards last year with 7 touchdowns, and 9 catches for 77 yards with 2 touchdowns. He's the ultimate X factor. Boom, bust. But again, he was your number 6 tight end last year. It's just the weeks where he doesn't do anything are rough. But when he does something for you, it's game-changing, right? He's definitely a big boom or bust type guy. Do you want to go with that as your starting tight end, or do you want to more stream him? A lot of people will stream a tight end because if you don't get one of those first few, what's the point after that? So I do like Taysom to continue doing what he's been doing, and just look for him to have a good. He's going to be in the top 10 of tight ends every year. But again, it's because of the trick plays, the gadget plays. As far as a tight end, he had 9 catches for 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. But then you add in another 7 rushing touchdowns and another 2 passing touchdowns. Now you're sitting there with 11 touchdowns at the tight end position. So I definitely like Taysom Hill. I am looking for Juwan Johnson to have a better year this year with Derek Carr. Again, everything starts at the top and it works its way down. It's the trickle-down effect for sure. I like a few things with the Saints this year. It's not like it was back in the Drew Brees days, but it's definitely looking better, right? Just be careful where you're getting Kamara at, Jamal Williams, Olave. Yeah, draft that guy for sure. For sure, I definitely like him. But thank you guys so much for listening. I definitely appreciate it. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscription button, that like button. Drop us a follow. And if you're feeling extra nice, go ahead and give us that 5-star review. But hey guys, thank you so much. As always, I'm Alan. I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces. Thanks for listening to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, Saver. Whether you're saving for that trip to the tropics or saving for an emergency, now is the time to take advantage of Wells Fargo's savings options. Wells Fargo offers savings accounts that can help you save towards your goals. So, what are you saving for? Visit a Wells Fargo branch or wellsfargo.com/save to open a savings account today.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.